Men, listen up. What if I told you that disappearing is the most powerful thing you can do as a man? No games, no manipulation, just silence. You want to know what breaks a woman's ego faster than rejection? It's your absence. Let's be real. Most men chase. They beg for her time. They settle for maybes. They hang around like loyal puppies hoping for a bone. But when you vanish, she's forced to sit with herself. And trust me, most women aren't used to silence. They're used to attention, used to validation, used to men folding. So the moment you withdraw, not out of hate, but out of self-respect, you trigger something powerful. She starts questioning. She starts wondering. She starts doubting herself. Not because you're playing hard to get, but because you stopped trying to get her at all. And that, my brother, flips the entire dynamic. Today, I'll walk you through exactly what happens in her mind day by day, the moment you disappear. Each day reveals a shift from confidence to confusion, from pride to panic. Let's break it down. Day 1. Relief and satisfaction. At first, she feels like she's won. She tells herself, "Good, he finally got the hint." She might even feel powerful, like she called the shots. She thinks you're just another guy who gave up too soon. She scrolls her phone, she posts a story, she smiles. She tells her friends, "I knew he was too into me." But deep down, she's watching, not ready to admit it, but checking. This is where most men mess up. They panic, they cave, they text her again, "Hey, just checking in." You just killed the entire effect. Let her feel the space. Let her live in that fake relief, because relief only lasts until silence stretches too long. Day 2. Curiosity begins. Now she's checking her phone more, refreshing the chat, looking to see if you viewed her story. She won't say it, but she's wondering, did he move on that fast? Is he talking to someone else? You've become a question mark, and curiosity always follows mystery. You were predictable before. Now, you're a riddle. That's powerful. Day 3. Ego kicks in. Now her ego steps in. She starts thinking, wait, why isn't he chasing? Did he find someone better than me? She might throw out a breadcrumb, a story post, a like, a comment. It's her way of checking if the hook is still in your mouth. She wants a reaction, but you're not biting. Now, her ego starts itching, not because she misses you, but because she's not used to being ignored. Day 4, minor panic sets in. She starts playing back your conversations, rereading old messages, checking your profile. She's not texting you, but her mind, it's spinning. She might ask her friends, "Do you think he's mad at me? Did I go too far?" Suddenly, this isn't fun anymore. It's not about winning. It's about uncertainty, and women hate uncertainty. Day 5. Overthinking mode. This is where things shift. Now she's not just thinking about you. She's analyzing every detail, the timing of your messages, the tone of your replies, the last thing you said before you went cold. She might start watching your online activity. She might even ask mutual friends about you. She's not in control anymore. Her emotions are. And guess what? You haven't said a word. Day 6. Testing your patience. Now she'll test you. She might post a selfie with another guy. Something sexy, something bold. It's bait. She wants to see if you'll break, if you'll get jealous, if you'll react. This is her way of regaining power. But if you hold the line, if you don't say a word, she starts realizing something dangerous. She has no power over you anymore. Day 7. Seeking attention. Elsewhere. Now she's frustrated, so she tries to replace your attention, flirting with someone else, entertaining DMs, going out more, trying to distract herself from what's really bothering her, the silence. But here's the truth, replacement never hits the same. No one triggers her emotions the way you did, because it's not about you anymore, it's about her ego. Day 8. Comparison game. Now she's thinking, He wasn't like these other guys. Maybe I judged him too fast. She compares every interaction to what you gave her, how you talked, how you made her feel. Now your silence becomes louder than any words. She might not admit it, but she's missing the one guy who didn't beg. Day 9. Regret creeps in. This is the shift point. Now she's asking herself, did I mess up? Why didn't I give him a real chance? The ego is cracked. The power has shifted. Regret settles in because she knows deep down you were different. She underestimated your value. She overestimated her control. And now she's thinking about everything she lost. Day 10. Reaching out or giving up. Now we've arrived at a turning point, a crossroads that defines how the story ends or how a new one might begin. From here it goes one of two ways. Either she reaches out, softly, hesitantly, maybe even with regret in her voice. Hey stranger, I was thinking about you. That small message might seem simple on the surface, but underneath it, there's weight, there's hesitation, there's the echo of what once was and what still lingers in her mind. Or she buries it all, pushes it down, pretends none of it ever mattered. She tells herself it's over, that she's fine, that you were just a phase, but she's lying. To herself, to the world. Because even if she never sends that message, even if her silence becomes her final answer, the truth remains. She'll remember you. Because no man made her question herself like you did. No man held a mirror up to her like you did. No man made her feel both comfort and intensity in the way you did. And here's the twist. You still win. Even if she doesn't reach out. Even if you never hear from her again. Why? Because you reclaimed your power. You took your energy back. You stopped chasing someone who wasn't meeting you halfway. You broke the cycle. You chose yourself. And whether she knows it or not, that choice forced her to look inwards, to reflect, to wonder, to feel the space your presence used to fill. Let's be real for a second. In a world that constantly teaches men to chase love, to prove their worth, to earn attention and validate endlessly, you're doing something radical. You're not begging, you're not performing, you're not trying to win anyone over, you're simply being. Choosing peace over panic, self-respect over scraps, stability over chaos. And that's what makes you powerful. Because the moment you stop showing up for someone who took you for granted, the moment you stop giving away your presence like it's disposable, you become unforgettable. Your absence speaks volumes. It echoes in the quiet moments. It lingers in the silence. It reminds her of what no other man gave her. Depth, clarity, and the rare energy of a man who knows his worth. Here's the raw, controversial truth no one wants to admit. A woman doesn't truly know how she feels about you. Until you're gone. Not when you're always available. Not when you're constantly texting. Not when you're planning the next date or sending the next good morning message. She only sees your full value when your energy is no longer there to lean on. And the longer you stay silent, the more your value amplifies. Because what's rare becomes priceless, and what's no longer accessible becomes unforgettable. So if you've ever felt like she didn't care, if you ever felt overlooked, taken for granted or dismissed, I challenge you today. Pull back, let go, disappear, not out of bitterness, not to play games, not to manipulate her emotions, but to remind yourself of something far more important. You are the prize too. Your time, your heart, your energy. It's not something to be handed out carelessly. It's earned. It's sacred. And when someone doesn't value it, the best thing you can do is walk away with dignity. Now I want to hear from you. What's your story? Have you ever chosen to walk away only to see the dynamic shift? Have you ever gone silent and watched the truth reveal itself? Drop it in the comments below. I'll be reading every single one. Your story might help another man reclaim his strength too. Let's talk. Let's connect. Let's grow stronger together. And if this message hit something deep in you, if it reminded you of your own worth, share it with a brother who needs to hear this today. I'm glad you stuck with me to the end. You're not alone. You're rising. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.